Peace and blessings, love and light. Pray the Most High gives me insight, grants me understanding to comprehend my task. Forgive myself.
This is where Spirit speaks and you finally listen. I'm Aliciadione, and this is Soul Work. Let's begin. A tapestry tells a silent story, woven with color, memory, and meaning only the heart can decode. Each thread holds a whisper of the past, a glimpse of the present, and a hope for what is to come. It is a woven masterpiece where even the frayed edges belong, not discarded, but divine. There are strands of joy, knots of grief, loops of longing, and golden stitches of grace running all through it. You are a thread in this tapestry, perfectly placed, deliberately dyed by experience, tethered to others in patterns unseen. The weaver is not careless. Spirit does not make mistakes. You are not here by chance. Even when life feels unraveled, step back. There is a design at work, one the soul always recognizes, even when the mind cannot. Please take your time and pick a crystal. Each one of these crystals have a special meaning, and they are gonna combine together to help you find your place in the message. So please take just a few minutes and look at these beautiful crystals and choose the one that calls out to you. We have kyanite, rose quartz, and solidite, each beautiful in their own way. So choose which one resonates the most with you and hold that close to your heart. If you chose kyanite as your crystal, you find yourself at a crossroads. Your patience has worn thin, and you just don't know if the things that you're manifesting is going to come forward because you feel stagnant and you have this energy of being bored and you want to have harmony, and that's where the crossroads come in at. You have harmony on one side and boredom on the other. This can cause some confusion as well with you because within your community, within your family, there's confusion. You take the harmonious and route, you don't know if that's going to be, if you just going along to get along, or if you take the boredom route because you're bored of always taking a back seat and not expressing how you truly feel. If rose quartz is the crystal that you chose, you are currently in the process of building a legacy. You want for your family to have a legacy. You have made so much progress and you've put in so much hard work. You go out, you touch grass, you ground, you do all the things of the things. But out of all of these things that you have going for you, all these positives, you're missing love. You're missing that union. You're missing that family component that you desire to have so bad. But it's more important to you to have the legacy because you want for your family to have more than what you had. You want your family to have a better life. And there's, of course, nothing wrong with that. We all want the best for our family. But these soul contracts, they also come in. Every time you think you have found a union and you have this great love, your soul contracts come through and they disturb all the process that you're making. If you chose solidite as your crystal, you have been very withdrawn and you lack balance. You have an abundance of things, of money, because you're a workaholic. You get so caught up in what it is that you have to do because you're so passionate about your job that you develop tunnel vision. And once you're in that tunnel vision, you really can't see anything outside of what it is that you zoned in on, what you focused on. And this also causes the people who are waiting for you, like you make plans and you end up being late to the plans because you got tunnel vision and you got stuck in what you were doing. And the people who are waiting for you are kind of just like, am I not important to you? Like, am I not valuable to you? Like, am I not, like, don't you work to so that we can have these wonderful things to enjoy? But here I am waiting for you by myself. It comes to your work. We have to and find balance in everything that we do. You might find yourself in a situation where your family could have possibly stepped away from you until you decided when you can make time, or until you have made time to be with your family. If you find yourself in need of crystals or other spiritual um, items, please look up Shamaka Essentials to find the items that you need.
Sage, washing off yesterday's weight, spell in the steam, peace in the flame. I call my power, speak my name. Rose quartz on my windowsill, lavender mist when I need to chill. Aura bright, no fake shine. Everything I touch is by design. Sacred glow, I feel divine. Every drop's a blessing by design. Soap so rich, spray so clean. Burning candles while I live my dream. Crystal charge, my spirit's high. Anointed oil, now watch me rise. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica essential.
So when I did this reading, it came across to me in a very complicated way. And I've had to sit with it for a couple of days to make sure that I understand all the intricacies, that came along. While I was sitting with it, the message of abundance and manifesting continued to present itself to me. So I want to let you know that this is the overall purpose for this reading is abundance and manifesting. Now, I was at my desk. I had already had this message and I was just here with it and thinking on it, and I had my oracle deck, my favorite oracle deck. And when I looked at it, um I was looking across the room as I did the reading, and three cards came out in confirmation. Those three cards I do have attached in the next slide, and I'll go into deeper information about those on the next slide. But it let me know how important it was to get this message out. It is important that this is heard because I was very hesitant about understanding and grasping the message. And on my part, it was overthinking. But we're going to continue to roll into this so you guys can hear what it is. The three cards that came out to me in confirmation were Abracadabra, Connect, Manifestir, Creation, and Iroro, Restoration. If I said that wrong, I do apologize. So as I was looking at the meanings of these cards and I was like getting deeper into it because I know what I see when I see the cards. I know what I feel intuitively when I look at the cards, but sometimes it helps to go through and look at the meanings of the card when you're breaking it down to other people. So Abracadabra, like, yeah, this is my favorite deck. Abracadabra is said to be a magical series of numbers, aka numerology, and if you write it out in a certain way, it will bring miracles into your life. The literal translation is, I will create as I speak. And speak to your heart. Rub your heart and chest with love. Speak to your heart in a way it creates gratitude and rampage. And just be still, be here, be grounded. Take time to take care of your heart chakra. Do self-love, self-care, all of these things. Self-love, self-care, the grounding, the heart chakra. That is going to help you when it comes to your feeling of boredom and your feelings of stagnancy. It's going to help with the manifesting and the progression and the hard work. It's going to help with being abundant and feeling withdrawn and wanting balance. And then if you see here, like if you look at the card, this is the very first card that says Abracadabra. She has this medical salve, and of course she has the THC flower in it, and she's using this as self-care, as self-love. You're taking care of yourself first. And then we go to the manifestir, which is creation. And when you look at it, like you can see the cup, you see the wand, you see the sword, you see the crystal, you see everything that you need. Everything that you need. And it represents everything here in the tarot deck as well. And this lets you know, and you can see the different infinity signs that are throughout the picture here, is that you have infinite possibilities. You have infinite funds. Clarity comes to the manifester. What they have carried in from the Vry. What is the Vry, you ask? The Vry is what allows you to contact with your innocence around you. It restores that unshakable faith you had as a child. You have carried that in from the Vry, that innocence, that childlike innocence that you once had. The manifestor knows how to co-create with the four elements to conjure the environment and desires, but suited for their time in this realm. It's time for you to stand in your power pose. It's not time for another vision board. Challenge yourself. Ask yourself, are you being clear in your co-creation? The difference between a desire and manifestation is a plan of action. If you lack a plan of action, now is the time for you to have a plan of action. Now is the time for you to get into it and not just journal about it or manifest. It's time to take action. Sometimes when you are manifesting, like the manifestor, you have to take actions. You have to take your superhero pose and get into it like you Captain Planet, because Captain Planet, if you go back to Captain Planet had all the elements: earth, water, wind, all of the things Captain Planet had. He went out there and he did what he was supposed to do, and he was able to defeat his enemies. So as a manifester, you too have those skills. You just have to tap into those skills and then branch out into where it is that you're trying to go with action. You can't just sit still anymore. It's not about being still. Like with me, I couldn't sit on this message anymore. It was time for me to put this message out and move forward, because it is important that you remember that you have the ability to create infinite possibilities. You have the ability to be whatever it is that you want to be and do whatever it is that you want to do. But as you're planning, you have to take action with this. Nothing can be done without action. If you walk past a man that looked good and you just walk past him and you don't tell him how good he looks, and you was really hoping that he was going to say something to you, it would be very beneficial to you if you would have just said to him, "Sir, hi, I think you look really good. You're really handsome." There's no harm in doing that. Or with women. But you get my intent. You get what it is that I'm trying to explain to you. So the last one is Arawo, restoration. Real quick, back to manifestir. There was a message that came in from the ancestors to let you know that you did not come this far to fail. Tap into that never-ending flow of energy within. And that is also what restoration signifies, is you being able to tap into that energy that is within you, because water holds memory. The body is built up of water, so water holds memory. Finding freedom and creative energy, healing for inner and outer healing, stars have always provided us with infinite perspective and a sense of possibility. Ancestors lived, so you did not have to ask for permission. You do not need permission to exist. Thousands had to love for you to be here. It wasn't just one person, it wasn't just two per people. It were it was thousands that had to love for you to be able to be created. Conjure that feeling of having the overflowing vase and pour yourself a sense of relief. It has already happened. Something that you can ask yourself as you are going through restoration. You've already connected with the source. You've already put your plans into action by creating. Now you're here at restoration. Ask yourself, am I showing gratitude every day? Do I believe it will work out in the end for me? Do I believe my blessings? Strong food for thought. Because if you don't believe your blessings, if you don't believe that it's going to work out for you in the end, then how do you expect for it to happen for you if you don't believe it? You got to believe in these things. You have to understand that there's always work to be done. Always work to be done. And regardless of what your goal is, what it is that you desire, you have to work for that. Nothing comes easy that is worth having. Work hard. As I was ending the message, the ancestors and spirit came through and they reminded me that I forgot a very important part when it comes to Arrow and restoration. They had a song that they wanted me to share, and you've heard this song before, and you may not have understood the meaning of the song, but I will go ahead and break that down as well. Excuse me. So, the song that they wanted me to share, because again, this is mostly about water and water holding memory, right? The song is Wade in the Water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. It's nothing gonna get you in the water. So you always heard wade in the water before. But did you know that wade in the water was actually a message that was shared between slaves? It sounds like a hymnal, like you're going to do a baptismal, but in all actuality, it was a message to slaves who were escaping from the plantation owners to wade in the water. Wade in the water, meaning to take the route of water, get in the water, get under the water. See, when you get into the water, when you bathe yourself, you cleanse yourself, you're getting rid of that smell. And when you have someone hunting you and tracking you down with dogs, the dogs are not able to find that smell because you've washed it off. You've washed off that smell, that odor that you had on you. So the materials that they were using to come and find you to get your scent, they no longer had it. And in addition to that, you see the stars here in this picture. The stars, sorry, has always been a map. It has always been, when you look up into the sky, you find a star and you go in a certain direction. That is the map that slaves used to escape slavery. So it's very important. Water plays a very important part. The stars play a very part in your life as far as who you are, where you came from, and those thousands of people who had to love in order for you to love. Thank you for listening and hearing the words that the Most High has for you. Taking these words that were provided and applying them to your specific situation in any way that you see fit will help you reach your goals. Having a crystal during this time, the one that you chose, whether it's the um, kyanite, the rose quartz, or the solidite, it will also help you during this time. I like to offer gratitude and thanks for listening to listening to um, these guided statements, and I wish you well. Peace and blessings.
May you discover all that your spirit sees. May abundance and blessings overtake you. Even when you're lost, may love still find your feet. You're an over in the dark, let the light make you. You gave your heart without a measure, in a world that gave you less. I see your light, it don't dim mine. We're stars in the same sky, perfectly aligned. Your wind is my wind, your voice is my song. We've been strong alone, but together we're strong. Shine with me, don't dim to compete. Let's rise, let's ride, move to the same beat. There's space, there's grace, we both can be free. I'm not your rival, I'm your legacy.